Well, I attended the in 2010, September 2010. I attended the IIT in Albuquerque, and since then I have never looked back. And this has changed and changed a lot. It has changed my life. It has changed my life, and it has helped me to improve on the work that we're doing, on the work that one school at a time is doing with schools in the rural areas in Uganda. So when I came back from Albuquerque, the first thing was we got a baby boy, and that was the first thing that had a lot of impact in our family up to now. And I thought we got a baby boy, and we called him actually Marshall Rosenberg. And that means we really have NVC every day in our life. Whenever we say Marshall Rosenberg, I am Ugandan and I'm Muslim, and this is a Jewish name, and but it's working. So it's really working very well, and connections. This for me, this connecting across differences. I'm a Muslim, I'm African, but I have Marshall Rosenberg in my house.
I
So
love that.
connecting across differences, this is really, for me, this is really great, and it connects all people of the world, and
It does.
yeah, for me that's really great. Then people, we're already divided in the world. We call ourselves, we connected to something in the world. You just connect yourself with certain thing, and so many things which I don't want to talk about has divided us as the world. We are so divided.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a lot
so
more fun to focus on what connects us, isn't it?
right. So um, when I came back, and I started thinking and planning of how I would use NVC to make my work much, much better. So I started using the NVC approach, having learned and observed that we have structures in our education system. I just mentioned about our education system. We have these structures that we inherited. The structures are good. I'm happy with the structures. They have done a lot of work. I have learned through such structures. But these structures are dominant structural authoritative systems that really affects the work that people do a lot. How do they do that? We have the top-bottom, system, the top-bottom system. So, if orders come from the top, orders come from the top. So orders come from the ministry, it goes to the district inspectors, it goes to the head teachers, it goes to the teachers, and it ends with the children. It ends with the children. So these structures, as I said before, are dominant and authoritative. So it really, for example, one morning I was in one of the schools in Uganda, and an inspector of school arrived at around 10. So teachers are required to do their schemes of work and lesson plans. And it happened that the teachers did not have their lesson plans, and they did not have their schemes of work. So we were in a small room, teachers gathered, and then the inspector, and I was there. So there was a lot of tension in that office. In that room, there was a lot of tension. The inspector was like, where is your schemes of work? They brought the old schemes of work, and he just tore the schemes of work in pieces, just tore them in pieces and threw them around, flying around. I'm happy that I have a video of that. I really have a video of that. So there was a lot of tension. Teachers were not happy. And I walked up to the inspector and I shared with him and said, okay, I think we can, you've connected, and how can we next time maybe do this better? Can we share with you a little bit? And he said, okay, we'll share that later, but I'm so angry with these teachers. They need to be fired. They need to be fired. They are not doing their work. They are stupid. He said all sorts of things. So
All kinds of
later,
jackal speak.
Jacob was speaking. Later, I got connected with the teachers later and said, how did you feel about that? The teacher said, we are nothing. We are not respected. We are nothing. And inspectors come and they judge us. They are fault finders. The fault finding system, other than support system, it's a fault finding system. So I learned from that a lot and now started using the NVC approach of co-creation, of working together. And because one school at a time is working with schools to help build capacity so that the schools can be able to provide education that will help children not only to survive but thrive. So I'm like, I have learned. I think I'm going to use the NVC approach to change this. So I planned and I started working. So teachers also had problems with the head teacher because the head teacher is the day-to-day person at the school. Right. Is the school inspector. So there was the same problem. So the head teachers of schools are also hard on the teachers. They order around teachers to do things. They threaten. They'll use threatening words. We'll fire you. You'll not. So that is the kind of the situation that is in our schools a lot. So I started working with this particular school, which I'll not mention the name right here. So I worked with this school using the NVC approach and helping the head teachers and the teachers to work together to do co-creation. Co-creation. How can we work together? And don't wait for the inspector to do to have all this. So we worked together with the teachers. The teachers started sharing, about their school, started having a say in the work that they do, started doing their own plans with the head teachers. And I would like to tell you, Michael, that one school that we worked with 1 year down the road is doing very well. It doesn't have very beautiful buildings, but they're doing very well. They have started a program, their own program for student leadership. They're empowering the students now to share about what they want their school to be. What if there is what we call in discipline, the student leadership first of all listen to their indiscipline or fighting or anything before they come to the teachers to help them out. So, all of these things are happening and I'm really happy about what is happening. That's NVC. I'm really proud that NVC is really, our NVC approach is helping us so much. And in 2012, we had a visitor from Eastern Michigan University, a professor with a PhD student. They visited and wanted to learn more about our work in Uganda and how working with schools. And when he went back, he said, Hussein, what is helping you to facilitate your work very well is your NVC approach. That's the report he wrote, is the NVC approach. So NVC is a tool. I think NVC is a great tool that everyone needs to use at our homes, in our schools, on the bus, on the street, and everywhere. I think this is a great tool that is going to help people, whenever we order people around, whenever we use judgment, we disconnect ourselves and, people don't do the work they would have done. They wouldn't. So When you connect using NVC approach moment by moment, people are energized. It is actually like an energy drink. NVC is like,
Oh, I love that. I love that.
yeah,
Can I have
it's
your
like an energy drink
can I have
because
your
it
permission
helps
to
you
use that?
connect moment. so,
Oh, it is beautiful.
yeah, so I'm so happy that first I got a chance to go to Albakuki and get this tool. And this is one of the greatest tools that is helping one school at a time to succeed in our work.
Wonderful.
And in turn, it's going to be the greatest tool to support teachers and students both to succeed in their work. I really see NVC going to help teachers and students and parents to succeed in their work. So I'm really I'm passionate about NVC and passionate about what one school at a time is doing.
I love that.
And we would like people to come and share and see the impact of NVC in a very short time and share with the teachers and share. We just started. We just started about 1 or 2 years. And, you know, one school at a time is also in a transition, is growing. One school at a time is growing, but growing with NVC.